Hi, and welcome to the SEO podcast, Unknown Secrets of Internet Marketing. My name is Chris Burris, owner of eWeb Results.
I am Charles Lewis, your client results strategist.
Welcome back to another fun-filled edition of this podcast. This is podcast number
373.
373.
Man, really? Where have I been the last 4 years?
400 podcasts. As always, we do have a tip from our previous podcast, and that tip is use negative keywords for products and services when managing PPC.
Yeah, if you're managing a pay-per-click campaign and you're specifically selling products, then run negatives for the variations of those products that you don't carry. That way you won't necessarily get clicks and spend budgets and you can't even sell that product.
Subscribe, follow, boom! Please remember we were filmed live here in Houston, Texas. What is that? Good 2 seconds?
Yeah, just straight Matrix white room.
Yeah. Chuck and I, we are your friendly local neighborhood
top position snatchers.
And our mantra is
do not be a douche.
Do not be a douche. Hey, Marcus, good for checking in with us on Facebook Live. This time we have a good article.
Got a great article today. Punch in the face to Julia McCoy. Back to the top.
Back to Julia.
Yeah, back to Julia. She posted this article the other day on Search Engine Journal. 7 content types that gain the most engagement and links. 7 types of content that gain the most engagement and links. And so we'll dig in and see what these 7 types she's recommended are.
All right. And are we going to add any? Or are we going to like...
No, she got a pretty good list. She got a pretty good list, but one of the things we do well here is integrating content.
Right.
And so we'll talk about her list and how you can repurpose multiple content types.
Pieces of content. All right. Hey, if you are in a position to have some sort of electronic device, please go ahead and tweet
us. They should tweet us at eWeb Results at Best SEO Podcast. Use the hashtag SEO Podcast. This is number 373. And like I said, tag us in it. That way we can follow you back and do all of our social networking stuff.
If this is the first time you've listened to the podcast, howdy and welcome to the podcast.
Glad to have you.
If you've listened to this podcast before, then you know this section we're about to skip. The way this works, we have a little bit of a contest. If we get 10 shikos.
A shiko is an eWeb Results branded term for social engagement. It stands for shares, likes, and follows.
If we get 10 of those on any one of the platforms on our profiles on those platforms that are out there.
The platforms on our profiles on those platforms.
And we, yes, thank you for confirming. And if we also get a review, then we skip the section where we tell you exactly where you can leave a review. We did get 10 shikos. We did get a review. And so we're skipping that. What we will do, though, is tell you how to shiko us.
Yes.
And you can shiko us at, say, I don't know, Facebook.com/eWeb
Results,
Twitter.com/eWeb
Results,
YouTube.com/eWeb
Results,
Instagram.com/eWeb
Results,
LinkedIn.com/company/eWeb Results. All of those will take you to our profile on those platforms, and you should shiko us. Please do that.
Share, like, follow, retweet, subscribe, all of the above.
All of that good stuff. If you're a PHP genius or a WordPress guru, we are probably looking for you. Please call and leave an audio resume, 713-510-7846. If you're interested in a free, comprehensive website profit analysis, you can get one. We've got a way for that to happen. Go to ewebresults.com, click the green button. You cannot miss it, and that'll start the process. That process starts with about a 10 to 15-minute phone call to make sure that is the right comprehensive website profit analysis for you.
Take advantage.
Yeah.
Take advantage. A lot of people, especially as we're approaching the summer, a lot of businesses out there are seasonal.
Yeah.
Season's changing right now. You're either about to go into a peak time or you're about to go into a slow time. Either way, it's a good opportunity to kind of revisit what you're doing online.
Yep.
And so take advantage of the free analysis.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I can tell you a number of the reviews that we have of the podcast actually are kind of instigated after they make contact with us, after they get that website analysis. That's of course part of the process of getting that analysis. Hey, are you a podcast listener? Great, punch in the face to you. And have you left a review yet? Would it be okay if I sent you a link? So punch in the face to everybody who has left a review for us. I got a couple of questions here, so I wanted to address these. Okay, here we go. So this first question is from Jim Priola, and it says, hey, love the podcast, need to leave a review. Yes, you do. But in the meantime, had a question about backlinks, wondering about redirecting an entire site to another site. Do you get the link juice of the first site that is redirected? Do the search engines care if you do it? Your thoughts. Thanks in advance. Jim, thank you for punching the face to you for that. I can tell you, we were just recently doing research on that and tracking it and solving a problem that we actually had on one of our pages related to a 301 redirect. Yes, the link juice, you can chime in. Yes, the link juice does get passed. We've seen articles that say there is some loss of the link juice. So if you've as much as 5% per 301 redirect. But again, remember, everything we're doing is theory, conjecture, reverse engineering.
Is that, and then just, you know, and in the question, he said from one site to another site. So are you just talking about literally one domain to another domain, or are you talking about each specific URL within that domain name, or all your sub pages to those same exact sub pages on the new site? The question was, should you do it? Yes, you should. You should 301 that, don't 302 it, don't do any other type of redirect. Make it a 301, and that link juice should pass, and you should be good. And the second part of your question, yes, search engines prefer it. They would prefer to have that link redirect them to the right site versus a 404 experience or a page can't be displayed experience or anything like that. So redirect them, do it with 301, and just make sure that you handle the other stuff, right? Like you could be going from HTTP to HTTPS, or the non-dub with the dub or the .index, .html at the end. There's all kind of redirects that come into place when you move in the URL. But yes, you should do it. Use 301s and your juice should pass.
So yeah, redirect. Now, if the fundamental question is, you know, I'm thinking about changing my domain name, should I? That just
That's
depends.
A different question.
That depends, right? So if you do it and you decide to do it, and really it depends on the business case that you can make for it. If the branding, if the old name, like we changed our name as an example from eWeb Style to eWeb Results. That was a name worth doing because we are so much about results that it doesn't make sense to talk about results, and then like, what company do you work with?
Exactly.
eWeb Style, right? That didn't make sense. So we made that change. Yeah, we did lose some link juice.
Yeah, we did.
And so we've
we lost some ranking, frankly. I mean, just be honest, we lost some ranking. We had to write new content. We had to re-optimize and bring it back.
But turns out that being an SEO or in the SEO field is a pretty competitive field. And so, so we did lose some ranking. But yeah, if you have the business case to do it, then you're going to do it. It's just a matter of doing it right. So, all right, so the next one is from Chuck Kramer.
Says, that was Jim.
Yes, Jim, punch in the face to you. This one says, hey, Chris and Charles, I love the podcast and all the free content you guys provide. You make it fun, and I feel that's the best way to learn. I'm hoping to get some career advice from you. I currently work in an unrelated industry. I like this. However, I've been selling online since 2009. I've been building websites with WordPress since 2010. Over the last 3 years, I've had success building and ranking niche sites that drive sales to Amazon.
Perfect.
Go Amazon.
Right so far.
I finally woke up and decided it's time to get a full-time job doing what I love, online marketing and SEO. Hey, we love it too. Since I have no actual agency experience, do you have any advice on things I could do to land an interview? Call.
Interview here?
Just I think in general, right? I passed the exams to get certified in Google Analytics, AdWords, and HubSpot Inbound. I was planning on taking more tests from HubSpot, but I'm curious to know how much potential employers actually value these certifications on resumes. Punch in the face to you both, Chuck Kramer. By the way, he does some.
First off, love your name.
Yeah. Now, you're also going to know, you're going to love, he actually does some SEO rap stuff.
I'm not surprised.
I forgot to forward the video. I'm going to get that pasted on our Facebook page. He sent me a link, and it was really cool stuff. So the question is, how much do you value certifications? So
extremely valuable.
Yeah, right. A lot and not at all. Right. So a lot could get you in the door, and then it's about personality and attitude. If they're hiring right, because you really should hire on personality and attitude. I can give you an example. We had a prospect who called and said, what can I do to let you know that I'm serious about moving in the direction of better understanding SEO? And my response was, well, get certified. And he did, and he's actually our new employee. So Matt right there in the other room. So in that sense, it had a lot of value, but it was really about proving, it's kind of like a college degree. how much specific things are you going to use in a college degree on day one of a job?
Exactly, or what that job entails, right? If you're looking for something specific to pay-per-click, then those AdWords certifications will shine bright for you.
Yeah.
Right. If you're looking for something more development focused, more SEO focused, and the client you're working with is a little bit more knowledgeable, then a HubSpot certification may appear greatly to them because they may be familiar with it.
Yeah.
However, if you're working with some maybe lower end companies, I won't say lower end, but lower budget companies,
right,
they may not just be have an understanding of a HubSpot. They may be using WordPress like you use. Then that HubSpot certification is going to have no value to them whatsoever. Right.
Absolutely.
And so it's really about, it's great that you have it. I mean, that's all of those certifications will definitely catch our attention.
Yeah.
Because we're looking for those type of things. And so for an agency, to answer your question, those certifications have some value. If you're kind of freelancing, doing stuff like that, not really.
I can tell you the thing that's most impressive is about what you wrote is that you're pursuing what has become your passion, what you've identified as your passion, and that is internet marketing. So cool. Punch in the face to you, Chuck. I will get your video up on our Facebook wall immediately. And then also let me know if you need me to take it down, because I didn't really ask permission to do that, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. All right. That is, well, no, I've got, and those are reviews. News, man. Oh, Chuck actually left a review. So let's just read this real quick. These guys break down SEO and online marketing in a way that is easy to understand. Fun podcast. Keep up the great work. Punch in the face again to you, Chuck. The man with the great name.
So I got news and punches in the face as well. I do these patifs first. We did a patif a couple of weeks ago to comics and SEO at Superman. Remember that?
Right, I remember that.
So he hit us back again. He says, "Great podcast, guys. I asked for PPC and you delivered. Your notes on match type strategy reaffirmed my own #patif." Punch in the face to you. Glad to help.
Yeah.
We got this one here from More Diversified SV. Hit us up on Twitter at MD Senior Living. They say, want to get to know more about SEO? Give these guys a listen. At eWeb Results and Charles Lewis, both recognized experts in internet marketing. Punch in the face to you, More Diversified. Thanks so much. Got a question.
Okay.
Hit us up on Twitter also.
All right.
Question says, hi, eWeb Results. Should meta descriptions be written like ad copy or more like factual tech writing? At Best SEO Podcast, at Brian Lobig. Great question. We've beta tested both. It kind of depends on your industry, what you offer, but we're kind of leaning towards the side of written like ad copy.
Yes.
And the reason is because this is
two reasons, right? Yeah.
Well, this is the first opportunity to sell. Mm-hmm. And so if your meta description is what's showing up in the actual search results page, then why not sell them right there and entice that click? Now you may want to be a little bit more technical or factual, maybe in your title.
Yep,
right?
Depending on the page.
Depending on the page, right? Because this could be a total, if this is a whole technical article, then there's nothing really to sell except get this article.
Or sell the article, right? So, hey, we've got all the information you need to know about widget X or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we believe that meta description is the first place to sell, and it really should be an ad. And frankly, we've even used Google AdWords and done research, and whichever ad text was converting the best for a certain type of campaign, we had a page optimized for that same type of content, then that converting ad text became the meta description for that page.
Yep.
So I would say take advantage of the opportunity to sell.
The other value is if it's strong enough to sell them to click through, as we know, the more clicks you get on a SERP page, if you can increase the percentage for the position you happen to be in, you will get bumped up. So get them to click.
Awesome. Punch in the face to you for the question. And I had two pieces of news real quick.
All right, go for
my news. Let's talk Bing. So you Windows 10 user?
On my Surface, yeah.
On your okay, so this may apply to you.
You
can't change the default search engine on Windows 10s.
Do you have that experience? I know I have not. I have the default engine is Chrome now.
The default
is Google.
Okay, so so the 10s. Oh, you must be using a Pro then, because it says Microsoft's latest operating system, Windows 10s, will come with the ability to will come without the ability to change the default search engine to anything other than Bing. On top of that, Windows 10s users will not be able to change their default web browser to anything other than Microsoft Edge.
So didn't they do that a long time ago, and then they got sued for the monopoly status, and then they were
roll
like,
back,
roll back,
like a few Windows versions ago.
I just learned about Windows S. I was actually at the Microsoft store for Up Social Network. Microsoft is one of the sponsors of Up Social Network. Punch in the face to the Woodlands Microsoft store. And so they've got a new, there's a new Surface laptop that's out.
Okay.
It has the S on it, so it's more efficient. Right, so I get, you know, they're
S stand for like smaller,
sucky.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you can't use Chrome, how quickly can I upgrade this thing? Because the sales guy was telling me, and he was actually well informed. It was nice talking to him. He was telling me that they think it can get. They wanted to do some in-house tests of when you upgraded it to Windows 10 Pro. You know, what impact did that have?
So that was the article I
life?
saw that said, in order to change your browser or to change your search engine, you have to upgrade the Pro.
Yeah. And then they're like, it's going to have less performance. But anyway, I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yeah, Bing, I don't know about that one. More Bing news, though.
Yeah.
Bing ads. So remember, Google rolled out some changes recently where they kind of stopped the standard text ads and rolled out all of the expanded text ads.
Right.
Remember, the expanded text ads are the ads that give you more information, right? At first, you only had your title and 2 lines of description and your URL. Now you get a title, 2 lines of description, 2 more lines of description, and then some extensions you can add and everything else. And so Bing is following suit.
Right.
Like Bing has made it official that they will stop supporting standard text ads as of July 31st, and that includes the creation of any new STAs, standard text ads, or any existing ones. Bing is rolling out to the expanded ad scenario also. That's what's up, Bing.
So when you're wondering why your internet marketing company charges you a monthly fee, look at things like, okay, all those standard ads that we had out there that were performing really well, and now you've got 2 lines of characters. I promise you it won't perform as well relative to the others anymore, at least the others who take it up. Not only that, you don't even have a choice.
Yeah, because on July 31st, they're going to stop them. And so, any of our clients who are on Bing, just know that, in the month of July, will be working. Your time will be on your ads.
Yeah, we'll be working on that. That seems like a bad decision. Like, okay, now you only have the 2 lines of text, so we're going to turn your ad off. Aren't you going to lose a lot of money? Anyway.
That's what they're going to do. That's my news, man.
All right, so the news I had, let's see. This was really interesting. So I like to talk about auto drive vehicles, driverless cars, etc. Think of some of the things that will change when auto drive vehicles come into play. Like, what impacts is it going to have in society?
Hopefully, really I can give you a good one.
Yeah,
I can give you a real good one. Rubbernecking.
Yeah. Well, hopefully now you can.
Right? without creating more traffic, though, right?
Yeah. So you got to be faster. You got to have a faster rubbernecking. That's great.
I hate rubbernecking, dude.
So think of this. As soon as the car drives itself, you really kind of no longer need a car, right? Because you just Uber. The car comes. You don't need a car. Yeah. I mean, maybe you buy one and let Uber use it, or whoever. It's going to be a status symbol. But as soon as that happens, no more insurance. You don't need car insurance anymore if you don't have the car. Accidents already are down dramatically for those cars that are driving. So less lawyers, right?
So you're thinking it's going to have a massive ripple effect.
Huge effect, right? Think about, police are there for mostly accidents.
Well, I just feel like
tickets.
They will make adjustments
to break stuff.
Well, to capitalize on what's missing. And so it'll be a new type of insurance we need. There will be
maybe there, but or the cost. I mean, we're not saying cost will be greatly reduced though. Like if you take it, and insurance agencies will do this. If you take an insurance population of people that for whatever reason get in less accidents, and I don't even know if that exists, and you insure them, you can insure them at a lower rate because they have less accidents. So these auto drive vehicles are going to have less accidents, less police, right? Because you can't speed because the car's going, and if you
hopefully less police doing traffic patrol. Hopefully that creates opportunity for more police to go find people robbing stores and killing people.
You would think of one of the big ways to rob at least a bank. You need a getaway car. Yeah. If the getaway car is an auto drive vehicle that you've called on Uber, it's going to be a lot easier to find you.
Yeah, it didn't work. They did that on a commercial. You said commercial? Yeah, commercial dudes rob a bank and they come out like, where's the car at? And he was like, man, the dude sounded like a nice guy. He'll be here in a minute. And they pull up and
the cops are already there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought that's just an interesting brain exercise of how much is potentially going to change.
Well, that's of course assuming NAS usage and
it'll get there at some point, right? You may still have the Renegade or whatever. What was that movie with Sly Stallone where he woke up in the future? Right. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah,
Sandra Bullock, right? And so he was like the one guy who took over and drove the car with. Anyway, so you're still gonna have that, and he'll get fined apparently.
Yeah.
Cold calling firm was fined $500,000. I just think that's feel good news.
Yeah, so I got 4 of them today.
Man, they're calling my cell phone.
They're relentless. Yeah, from random numbers all over the country.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I know people all over the country.
Right.
And so it's like,
I almost didn't answer one call today, and who was it? I can't. Oh, it was the network operating center. I'm like, I'm glad I answered the phone. Usually I deal with them through double tickets, and they needed to call me. And then my last piece of news was there was a massive attack that targeted Gmail. I'm sure you read this.
Google Apps specifically, Google Docs or something. Yeah.
It was only active for 1 hour and affected 1 million people.
You know how many people use Google Docs, dude?
Yeah, but I'm thinking how short it was. What it did is it would grab all of your users, send notes to all of your users. They came from Chuck, so all of your users
click the note.
Especially Chuck. Chuck knows he would never send me a virus. They click into it, grabs all their users. I mean, 1 million people in an hour. Yeah, they said it was like a tenth of. They have a billion users of Gmail. So anyway, that is the new. You have any? I think you're all set.
My news,
That is the potatoes of the podcast. Thank you for bearing with us. I know that is painful for some people, and for some of you, you really enjoy it. And now we're going to get into the meat.
Yeah, this meat comes from Search Engine Journal. This was posted by Julia McCoy. I did not grab her handle. This is posted by Julia McCoy. She says 7 content types that gain the most engagement and links. 7 content types. We spend a lot of time talking about content.
Okay.
And so when you think 7
engagement and links,
this helps people actually engage and helps you from an SEO perspective, right? Which is one of the reasons I picked it, because we focus on those things.
Yep.
How can we get better ranking, and how can we make sure that ranking is kind of like our generating business,
right? Like our podcast, we're asking for links and follow up. We're being very proactive about that type of thing, because we don't just want you to watch, enjoy, and learn from the podcast. We want you to engage with us.
Exactly. So she starts off with her 7 ways with number one, authoritative blog post.
Okay.
An authoritative blog post. She says authoritative blog posts can answer consumer questions and provide additional insight into complex topics. They're also a fantastic way for your brand to own in its voice and develop a position as a leader in your industry. Duh. She's absolutely right. Like, anytime you can craft an authoritative blog post about a specific product or service or topic that you guys reference, then it not only makes you an authority, it also makes you the expert. You understand? And so it's important that you become the expert, especially in a field that's extremely crowded with like competition and all sorts of content out there and all sorts of people who think they can do it better and a whole bunch of freelancers. Like, maybe you are in, I don't know, countertop sales or pool maintenance or AC repair, whatever this service is that has a bunch of competition, where there's a bunch of people out there who all claim to be experts. The only way you can paint yourself as the expert is to put out content that does just that. And a authoritative blog post is one way to do that. So I would encourage you to revisit your products, revisit your service, figure out what questions people tend to ask the most, right? What challenges people are having when they deal with anything related to your product or service or your industry, and then write an authoritative blog post about that specific subject, addressing how to deal with it, and painting yourself as the expert. Authoritative blog posts could do that. They rank really, really well, and they tend to generate links, especially the more you do it and the more you begin to post yourself. That first one might not do it. Frankly, that second one might not do it. Frankly, it took us 370 podcasts to finally get to the point where everybody's like, oh, these guys actually know what they're talking about.
Right.
And so I would encourage you to remain consistent. posting these authoritative blog posts. And over time, if you remain consistent and your content's actually good, then you will become an authority on that subject matter. Number two, infographics. Duh, this is a great one. I actually was almost surprised it wasn't number one. She says infographics are link magnets and also lucrative for all kinds of brands, producing high levels of brand awareness and engagement results. She's right, man. Infographics are kind of the wave here. I actually thought they were going to fill out some, but they seem to keep growing and keep getting shared and keep getting produced.
We just finished helping one of our clients polish up one.
And so infographics are that important. So I'll say this: don't just go and create some random infographic that's listing, all of the services you offer. Right? That's going to be kind of boring. It may not get much engagement. Instead, create an infographic that addresses a specific issue, similar to the authoritative blog post, or maybe that not necessarily addresses an issue, but helps support your product or help support your service, help supports your industry and what you guys do. Create an infographic that's actually going to help someone. So maybe if you're in AC repair, you may want to do a top 10 tips on maintaining your AC equipment for the summer infographic, right? Change the filter, rinse the coils, and keep it at 78, or whatever those tips are, right? Create an infographic for that. Or maybe you're in a service providing situation in finances and you're helping people invest. You may want to create an infographic about the best ways to invest in real estate. Whatever your industry is. The key is don't create some random infographic that may or may not support your industry, but instead create something that specifically addresses a core concern that your target audience has. That way, that infographic is a lot more relevant, and get a lot more shares, and it actually helps somebody. Infographics still work. Take advantage of them. Number three, a standout opinion piece. Opinion pieces. Good. I was like, yeah, I'm full of opinions. I can do those easy. But she goes on to say, a controversial yet informative opinion can skyrocket your likes and shares. This type of material also goes a long way towards starting a conversation around your topic, which is essential to furthering your brand. She's right. Anytime you have an actual opinion that stands out, like an opinion that's different from popular society, an opinion that's different from what everyone else automatically thinks, an opinion that's different from what people can already find online. Right? If your opinion is that different, but the subject matter is relevant, post it. Write a post about it. As a matter of fact, I added, as long as your opinion is valid. Yeah. Right now, everybody can have
supportable. Right.
Supportable.
It doesn't have to be valid, just supportable.
Supportable with some research. Right. Can you write a post and provide some evidence of people who support this opinion, some evidence that points to why your opinion actually has some value?
Yeah.
If you can do that, and your opinion is much different than popular belief, you should definitely write about it.
Yep.
Now, if your opinion doesn't fit that criteria,
it's just an opinion.
Yeah, keep it, tweet it. You know what I'm saying? Tweet it and keep it moving.
Let it go.
But if you got a standout opinion, man, take the time, invest in resources, write an article about it, do a video about it, something, but put it out there.
I forget what training course it was, but I was reading or listening or something, and they said something very interesting, which is no good conversation ever happens when two people agree.
Nope, that's true.
Right? So that counter opinion is like, that's where you get that good engagement, that good conversation.
But what she said, this type of material goes a long way to starting a conversation around your topic.
Yep.
Right? So maybe you're addressing a healthcare issue or something with children even, right? And you really want to bring some awareness about it. Post a really out there opinion in a public place
that you can support.
And see what type of engagement you get from it.
It will be good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How-to content. Right, we're talking about the 7 content types that get the most engagement and likes. Number 1 was the authoritative blog post. Number 2 was infographics. Number 3 was standout opinion pieces. Number 4 is how-to content.
Yep.
That good old evergreen content, right?
Yeah.
She says how-to content applies to virtually all industries and is valuable because it helps people learn something new.
Yeah.
Period. And that's what it's all about. You know how many times how-to gets searched? I don't know. It just has to be insane with my second answer. or more.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
It's got to be in the millions.
Yeah, like in the last 30 days, probably. There's that many searches for how-to content.
Like 1 billion searches a day?
something
it's crazy like that. So to have 10 million searches, how-to searches a day would not surprise me at all.
Yeah, would frankly probably be a low number.
Yeah.
Especially like on YouTube. Right, this is what I want to add to this. If you do some how-to content, you make sure you have a corresponding video for YouTube, because that's where everybody searches how-to content at. But similar to my other points, the same thing goes with your how-to content. Start with your services, start with the products, start with the issues that you currently have. Start with whatever questions your customer service agents continue to get from clients, right? How do I do this? How do I do that? So that would be your first how-to content that you should
answer that question.
Answer that question, exactly. And the more you do it, then you'll eventually have enough for like a ask questions page, or however how long those posts are, they may become individual pages just for themselves. And frankly, you could spin out the other 5 pieces of content she recommended based off of how-to.
Right.
If you got a big enough how-to and you wrote enough content for that, you can get a video out of it. You can probably turn it to an infographic.
Yeah.
You can put your own opinion on it and make that opinion stand out. So start with the how-to content that's targeting your specific product, your specific services in a way that addresses your audience, and then take advantage. Put it out there.
Then make the how to call a plumber after you watch the how-to video of replacing a sink and failed.
Exactly. Exactly. Number 5, original research pieces. So it's a little different from your standout opinion piece, but different from the authoritative blog post. This is an original research piece. She says, original research also provides in-depth insight and offers a data-driven foundation for other people to develop their own content and then link back to yours. You're absolutely right. When you're doing research, what do? You read other people's content, you read other people's notes, and then if it makes sense to you and then you agree, you should be linking back to it if you intend to use that research in anything you publish, kind of like a footnote, right? And so the thing here is you want to be that source that's researched. And the only way to do that is to provide some original content, like original in content that you're writing. So if you're writing a blog post, and a previous example about a how-to, right, how to do X, whatever X is, if you have enough examples in your own community, in your own business, in your own industry that you are official with, use those examples. Put that data out there.
If you had some data like 90% of do-it-yourselfers fail when installing a sink, right? If you had
that data and the proof, then
write that article.
Write that article and then tell people why and why they shouldn't, and the ramifications of it. Right. And then that way you literally created this original research piece. The thing about research and really to get that value, to get those engagement and the links Julie is referring to, is you got to have data. Right, like you can't just say we researched this and this is what we came up with. No,
what is the data?
What is the data? What was the subset? What resources did you use?
Was it statistically significant?
Like all of that comes into play in order for your research to have some value. Because there are plenty of people who are going to be looking to fact check, and as soon as yours doesn't have the facts to check, or the facts you included don't check off, then your original research is now non-valuable, is spammy, probably turned into panda bait, and won't work and gets flagged. Exactly. Gets flagged as an alternative fact. or fake news. In the world, have a fake news label on your blog post in the Google search result.
After you worked hard on it.
After you work hard, that would kind of suck. And so create some original research pieces, but just make sure you have the data to actually support the research you're writing about. Number 6, trending content. This is a really good one. I kind of gave this tip to our social media person. She says, if you're looking for fast, viral content to drive lots of traffic to your site in a short period of time, trending material can be your best friend. Ideal for leveraging industry trends or pop culture phenomena, trending content is typically designed for social media and geared to go viral. Look, best thing you can do is you wake up in the morning, you sit at your computer, you got your coffee, go to Twitter's homepage, see what's trending. Let's see what's trending. And if you happen to see anything that's closely related to your industry, regardless of what it is, good or bad, this creates plenty of opportunities. Kind of opportunities create. That's a great Chris.
Yeah.
Chuck and Chris, I'm glad
Lots
you
of
asked.
them.
Well, for example, maybe it creates an opportunity to write a standout opinion piece, right? Because this is going viral, it's trending, and you got a certain opinion about it. Right? Take that same hashtag that's viral, take that same topic that's viral, but write your opinion and then use those terms. Right? Maybe you find something else that's trending and you realize that, hey, we've been doing this for 30 years. Nobody knows us. This is an excellent opportunity for you to write some authoritative blog post about something that's trending. That way he has a higher likelihood of going viral and getting your name out there and taking advantage of the branding. Same thing with the how-to content. Maybe people are struggling with how to do something and that's trending. Write you a how-to post on how to do exactly that. Post it on your site. Use the same tags that are trending. Matter of fact, I would even click on what's trending, see who typed it, and tag them in my post. If you had the resources to do that. And that way you can start to put your content out in the faces of people who are actually interested in it because you wrote about what they thought was trending. Take advantage of trending content. Every now and then you'll find something that's great for your industry. Most of the time, frankly, if you're not in entertainment or healthcare or sports, you probably won't. But you know,
just work, see if you can get some tie-in.
Well, and then understand that just because it's not on Twitter's homepage or, you know, where it's trending, doesn't necessarily mean you shouldn't write about it. It don't necessarily mean it's not trending. It just means that it's not trending as much as what they have listed.
On a national or international
Exactly. On a local level, a statewide level, your topic could be getting plenty of engagement.
Level.
And so you want to write about that. Last one, number 7. Videos. Of course, videos. All of these could be some type of video at the end of the day. But she goes on to say,
you could be watching a video right now.
Matter of fact, Julie goes on to say, right now, Facebook users are spending 3 times as much time watching live videos than traditional videos. And if that weren't enough, video content is projected to represent 74% of all web traffic by the end of this year, and more than 80% of all web traffic by 2020. Video is that important. So I'll tell you this, man, repurpose your content, right? All of this content, whether it's an authoritative blog post, whether it's a research piece, whether it's a standout opinion piece, whether it's an infographic, whatever type of content that you've written, that you've taken the time to invest resources in and create, spend a little bit more time and spin it into a video also. Take that infographic, break it down into some slideshows, put your slideshow video together. Maybe narrate the blog post and create a visual of yourself. That way you can become that expert, that authority figure on that particular topic and put it on video. And then, of course, get those videos uploaded to YouTube and on Facebook so they can be shared and engaged. Video is that important. You realize that people will watch a 3-minute video before they read 3 paragraphs?
I didn't like. Is that an actual stuff?
Well,
I believe it. Yeah.
Based off of my teenagers.
Right.
Not even teenagers, and even the people I've been dealing with. Like I've been emailing people articles, and they like, man, I haven't had a chance to read it, and then send them a link to the video, and they watch the video
immediately. Yeah.
And the video is like 2.5 minutes long, and I know it only takes 40 seconds to read those 3 paragraphs.
Yeah.
Video is that important. Video is visually engaging. Video gets your message across faster, ironically. And so take advantage of video when you can.
You put a lot more emotion into video.
Yeah. Punch in the face to you, Julia McCoy. Another great article from Search Engine Journal. 7 content types that gain the most engagement and links.
Hey, if you're listening to this podcast, which is probably true.
Yeah,
I'm saying this, and you're hearing me. Hit up Julia McCoy. So it's her Twitter handle at Julia Juliae McCoy MCOY, right?
Yeah,
and
MCCOY.
CCOY McCoy. Go ahead and hit her up and say, hey, great article. I heard it on
hashtag SEO podcast.
Very cool. We need to jot that down and remind people to do that regularly. Always expanding your social media efforts. All right. So if you like this podcast,
right there.
We just hit up Julia McCoy
at Julia MCCOY. Tell her.
Oh yeah, you got.
Yeah, Julia's McCoy.
Yep.
Hit her up on Twitter. Tell her, hey, eWeb Results just killed it. Hashtag SEO podcast. And then, matter of fact, you can share this with 3 people who are business owners, right? Who you feel like could benefit from knowing about different types of content that they could be creating and using.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're looking to grow your business with the largest, simplest marketing tool on the planet,
The internet.
go ahead and give eWeb Results, call eWeb Results for increased revenue in your business. Our phone number is 713-592-6724. We have a program called Instant Leads Guaranteed. This is a program that's focused on driving PPC traffic, so obviously the right target, because it's got the right target keywords, to a highly optimized landing page and generating leads for your business instantly and guaranteed. So check that out. Reach out to us. The best way to get that started is actually to go to ewebresults.com and click the green button and get your website analysis started. Or you could just give us a call, 713-592-6724. If you are in Houston, you must go to upsocialnetwork.com and join us at the next event. There is no networking group that is generating highly targeted or high quality SEO traffic for your business. There is no networking organization that is driving high quality.
There are plenty of networks that help you get referrals and do things like that may or may not close. Keep doing that, because networking is important. But we've created a network that'll not only generate referrals, but this network will actually help drive traffic to your website. It'll help your ranking go up. It'll help your social promo and get referrals. And so take advantage. It's called Up Social Network, upsocialnetwork.com. If you're in Houston, go register for the next event.
Absolutely. And UP stands for Unleashing Potential in Your Social Network. We were filmed live here at 5999 West 34th Street, Suite 106, Houston, Texas, 77092. A transcript, video, and audio of this podcast can be found at our website, ewebresults.com. Was there any what news?
I had some blanks there a little bit.
We got some. We're gonna what?
What news? Goes to my beloved Houston Rockets and James Harden.
I heard.
Man, what I don't understand is when you are an MVP candidate, right? You've blasted the Spurs for 30+ 3 times this season, right? You are in a must-win game. You are at home, and your competitor is without their star player.
Oh, geez.
How do you lose by 39?
Wow. Overconfidence, which is not acceptable.
I
mean, that's the answer, right?
I think I
saw the blank stare on your face.
Not being prepared. I'm still blank staring. I looked at the TV, and I was just like, okay, I don't know.
What happened?
James Harden. So you get the Jordan crying face all over you. And Houston Rockets, it's still Go Red Nation. We'll do better next year.
Ouch.
Let's go Texans.
All right. Hey, we are the most popular internet marketing podcast on iTunes. That is because all of you all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for writing reviews. Thank you guys for sending in questions that we can answer. Thank you in general.
Appreciate it.
Until the next podcast, my name's Chris Burris.
Charles Lewis.
Bye-bye for now.